7 invitations to approach that you will receive from a woman. Let's face it, learning to read the signals that women send us can be truly complicated. Sometimes we misinterpret them, and we make false moves or lose excellent opportunities to connect to them. So that does not happen to you, in this entry we will teach you to read signs that a woman can send you when she wants you to come and talk with her. This way you will know that you are walking in safe terrain, and you are not going to risk an awkward moment. So that you never again miss the opportunity to flirt with a girl who is waiting for you to talk to her, we will teach you how to detect as an expert any possible attitudes or passive actions that she could adopt. 1. The plant. Perhaps it is the most obvious invitation, although it carries its own challenges. A girl approaches where you are, no matter if it's a bar, a particular section in the library or the park bench you're sitting in, and stands right next to you, pretending to have her attention in something else, but always keeping you within her peripheral vision. It sounds like a piece of cake, is it? Well, no. This technique still leaves you a lot of work to do. Let's see why and how. Sometimes the girl approaches, but not enough, so that you have to make the second movement approach to talk to her. That is easy if you only have to take a few steps, but sometimes it involves avoiding objects, people or conversations that stand between them, and at that time you may lose your chance. If you are of the shy type, even if a woman is making a plant evident next to you, perhaps you will take a while to dare to speak to her. That can make things strange and uncomfortable for both of you, and that she simply decides to leave. If you suspect that you are facing a plant, do not think about it much and at least say, "hello," for the first 10 seconds. This is usually enough for most girls to consider that you are giving them the advantage and sending them another signal, such as a smile or a meaningful look. 2. The stationary flight. Girls without a lot of flirting experience, and who are used to dealing with inexperienced guys, tend to use this tactic frequently. They can also use it when they are experienced and very sure of themselves, but they do not have much patience. Stationary flight means that a girl approaches right where you are, within your range of vision, and simply stays there floating to see how you react. This is a very obvious signal, and there is no justification for not taking advantage of it. All you have to do is smile and say, "hello." Not reacting in time can be especially disastrous with the stationary flight, because it is evident that both already noticed the presence of the other, and if you do not act is equivalent to an open rejection. 3. The express flight. It looks a little like the plant or the stationary flight, but with the difference that it is much shorter, and leaves you much less time to act. A woman who applies an express flight hopes that with approaching you a few seconds or exchanging a frontal look you have enough tools to determine that she wants you to talk to her. Usually a little more experienced women use this tactic, and expect to confront men who can read it, and act with expert speed. Therefore, if you do not respond in time, she may not feel offended, but lose interest. Another problem with the express flight is that it is easy to be confused with casual approaches that have nothing to do with flirting, especially in crowded places. Maybe the girl is really just passing by, and she has turned to see you for a second because you were looking at her. If you have already exchanged glances or smiles, the express flight leaves no doubt. Introduce yourself and talk to her before she lands somewhere else. 4. The undecided. It looks a bit like express flight, but it is less frontal. As with the previous strategy, the girl will approach and float a moment in front of you, but instead of establishing eye contact, she will take a little longer and she will pretend she is looking for something or someone. Although it is a less direct technique, it is much easier to approach a girl who applies the undecided than one that makes an express flight, because as she seems confused, or is in search of something, you can approach with the pretext of lending your help. If she is not interested and you saw a sign where there was not, she will simply say, "No thank you," and she will go away. But if she is making a move, she will be pleasantly surprised and will talk to you. 5. Murmurs and sighs. This is one of the best scenarios you can face because the girls who use this trick obviously want to get in touch with you. If you've ever had next to you a woman who seems to be talking to herself, or is crazy or wants to get your attention, the typical scenario is this: she is close enough for you to listen to her, but she does not address you. Just sighs loudly, mumble or says things out loud like, "God, what a boring party." Or, "This bus is taking a long time to pass." Quote. She will always do it looking away first, but she will surely turn to see you next to check if her words had any effect on you. Normally, when a girl does that, you feel the need to say something for education, even if she has not explicitly addressed you, but since she does not know it, it could be discourteous not to talk to her. That's why they use this strategy when a subject likes them a lot. It is risky but effective. Source: https://metodosparaliger.com. To learn more about 7 invitations to approach that you will receive from a woman, download my book free by clicking the book image on the right or the link in the description below, and please subscribe to this channel and share this video.